Welcome guys back to my kitchen. Tonight on the menu we are making a veggie stir fry. I didn't thaw anything out, I forgot last night, and so we're just going to whip up a easy, just a veggie stir fry. You can also add meat to this, shrimp, chicken, beef, whatever you want to, but tonight I'm just going to make it a vegetarian meal. So I went ahead and cut up all of the vegetables already. So it calls for yellow, red, onion, broccoli, yellow pepper, red pepper, onion, and broccoli. So I dice those up, and you can do them, in bigger pieces. So you don't have to dice them up real small. I just saved this little bit of pepper just so I can show you. When I cut up a pepper, I like to cut it on the inside, the flesh part, not the skin, because it's easier to cut on the flesh side than it is on the skin side. See, it's hard to kind of cut through that skin. So a little trick for you is to turn it over to the fleshy side and to cut it. And again, just rough chops. Doesn't have to be small. It's a stir fry. But isn't that beautiful? All those colors. We got white, red, green, and yellow. So I'm going to bring this over to the pan, and I'm going to start frying these. And these just fry till they get a little soft, like a minute or two. And then I will meet you back. Okay, we're back. So I'm frying up the vegetables in the fry pan, and I just wanted to let you guys take a look to see how beautiful it looks. So there's the stir fry, the veggies. So we got our broccoli, our peppers, our onions in there, and they're getting a little soft. And I'm just frying them in some oil, whatever oil you have on hand. And then over here, I have these kind of stir fry noodles. I bought these where the pasta is, or you can find them where kind of the oriental food is in the grocery store. So they're just like a stir-fry noodle, and you just boil them like you would pasta. And then at the end, when everything's cooked, we'll throw the noodles in with our stir-fry. So right now, I'm going to go ahead, and it calls for some garlic once your vegetables start to soften a little bit, because garlic burns easy. So we just want to wait a little bit and let the vegetables cook down and do their thing before we add. It calls for 2 garlic cloves, but I'm cheating tonight and using the minced stuff that comes in the container at the grocery store, because you can see I've got my work clothes on. I just got home from work and I don't have time or the energy to do a whole lot tonight. So, but I still wanted to show you, like I've worked today, I'm tired, you can still come home and make a really good meal. So here the vegetables are. I put the garlic in there and I'm mixing it around. So I'll let that cook for a minute or two, let the garlic flavor everything. And then we will add some more stuff in there and make the sauce, and then it's just a matter of waiting for the noodles to be done. And it's a really quick and easy, again, meal to make, especially if you haven't thawed anything out. You can just throw a bunch of vegetables in and make a really good vegetable stir fry. And you can use whatever vegetables you have on hand. So by no means do you have to use exactly this. Again, modify and make it to your guys' liking. Okay, so the garlic has had time to cook and do its thing. So I'm just going to show you here. And so I'm going to go ahead and add, and hopefully you guys are seeing this, I'm adding some baby corn, just in a can. And I thought it would be fun to add some bamboo shoots. So I'm going to go ahead and add a can of that. Again, just stir that in. I'm going to turn the temperature down just a little bit. Alright, looks yummy. Alright. And then, so that was 1 can of the baby corn and 1 can of the bamboo shoots. And I did just a couple stalks of broccoli, the fresh broccoli. I forgot to tell you the measurements. I did 1 red pepper, 1 yellow pepper, and 1 onion. And so that's kind of, and then a couple cloves of garlic. So that's where we're at now. I fried it up in some avocado oil. The noodles are boiling yet. Those are going to take a little bit. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put the sauce in. So the sauce is kind of like a simple, kind of like soy sauce. So it is like 3 tablespoons soy sauce and a couple tablespoons of sriracha. There's fresh ginger, grated ginger, but I didn't have fresh ginger. I don't have that a lot. So what I've decided to do, which is a little hack, is to buy one of these. They're in over where the produce is. You can find these. So this is ginger, and it's just in a tube, and you squeeze out how much you need, and you can squeeze it in a tablespoon, and it equals the same amount. So I used that. It also calls for a couple tablespoons sherry. If you don't have sherry, you can also use chicken broth. So we got our soy sauce, sriracha, and a couple tablespoons of cornstarch, and then a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. So it's pretty easy. It's all tablespoons, 1 to 2 to 3, and that is what you do. So that's what I have mixed up here. I went ahead and mixed that up first, and I'm just giving it a final whisk here, and then I'm going to throw that in with the vegetables.
Mommy, wait, can I put it in?
Well,
Wait.
You're too late. I already did. Always want to help me when it's already too late. You want to mix it for me, and I'll video you. How's that? You want to mix that sauce? Is it showing up on there? Mix those vegetables in with that sauce. And then it looks pretty soupy right now, but that cornstarch, once it starts to cook, it will thicken. And then we will put the noodles, when they're done cooking, we'll put the noodles in here, and then it'll be time to eat. So, quick dinner tonight. Okay, we're back, and the noodles are done cooking. And I took a 1/2 cup and scooped out of the pasta water so we can use it in our sauce and thicken it. So I went ahead and I drained the noodles.
I'm gonna dump it in.
And then my little assistant is going to help dump them in. The stir-fried noodles. Oh, and she's gonna do some cracked pepper. I also have some zucchini here that I had frozen, and I drained it, so I'm gonna dump some of that in there. Probably not all of it, because it's quite a bit. And then we're going to stir that up.
We'll salt in the noodle.
And as that sauce cooks, it thickened. Yeah, I only cooked it for a minute or 2. It doesn't take very long. I turned it down on low, and I always save a little pasta water just in case you need it just to thicken things up a little bit more. It's hard to do this like with one hand. Okay, thank you for the salt and pepper. Why didn't you do that? Okay, my helper. And so, like I said, I reserved some of the pasta water. Don't do all of it, just a little bit. Perfect. And while she stirs that up, and we'll just check the consistency of it, if it's thick enough, say hi. And if it's at the consistency that you like it, and you just cook it up. Oh my goodness, look how busy she is. Very good. So really, it's ready to eat, guys. You just want to mix it up so the noodles get incorporated. Stop, enough salt, honey. That soy sauce is salty. Enough.
A little bit more.
Oh my goodness, she just likes putting salt and pepper in it. Okay, and be careful because it's hot. So I'm going to turn the heat off at this point, and we will dish up. Okay guys, so there's the finished product. Veggie stir fry. It takes like 5 minutes to cook up. It's really quick and easy. Again, just modify to whatever veggies you have on hand. Like I said, I added the zucchini. Again, you don't have to do it exactly like I do it. So here it is, and then I have some sesame seed. You can toast them up. Put a little sesame seed over it, right? And there is dinner. Yum. Enjoy, guys. I hope you make this one. And remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can get a notification when I'm on here cooking. And please send pictures and comments and let me know if you make any of my recipes. I would love to hear back from you guys. Have a good night. See ya.